Now, last week, a movie was released about an anti-hero in the Marvel Universe called Deadpool. I got to see it. Did anyone else?
I believe.
Yes.
No, man. I didn't
Okay, you all will never come back to this show. Forget all of you.
Everyone
what I'm
saw
getting
it
at
except
is...
for me, I think.
Like
all right,
Ken
thank you.
Kniff
Deadpool is now officially the highest grossing X-Men movie. Like, blew all of them away. The first one, X2, X3, First Class, all of them, including the Wolverine movies. It apparently has broken records.
It did crazy business in Russia. It sold more money in Russia than Star Wars did, I think.
Yeah, dude.
It's breaking all sorts of records. I think
Russia loves Deadpool.
Russia loves Deadpool.
I think it's Colossus.
So they
really love Deadpool though.
Yeah.
Like this isn't me making a joke. Russia loves Deadpool.
Yeah, they were tracking this movie at like $60 million budget because they weren't sure.
Less.
You know what I mean? They're like,
Less.
we're going to give you some money, but we're not, and that's one of the jokes in the movie, too. Is one of the things like, oh, why can't you show the full house? Oh, yeah, because you ain't got the money to film the back of it.
I like that.
Which is good. It's funny, and it makes sense.
They definitely use that. They use the hell out of it. They've talked to the writers. They've talked to Ryan Reynolds, and the whole thing is, since the movie did great, now you're expecting a bigger budget, and can we expect more explosions and special effects in the next one? They're like, no. Actually, we'll take all the money they want to give us, but we're keeping the actual movie budget as low as possible.
Well, it's a smart way to do it.
Hope that opens the doors for future.
That gate.
I want that Lobo movie.
The Lobo.
I want that Lobo movie.
Lobo's DC, and I really hope
I want Lobo so bad.
Awesome.
Lobo's so embattled right now.
Lobo
I'm
and
not
his
sure
space
which
dolphins. No, I don't want the like Hot Topic, My Chemical Romance Lobo. I want like classic '80s Lobo.
Yeah, no. You want classic '90s Lobo. Classic '80s Lobo wore a clown suit. It was basically like the Kiss reboot of 1984.
I want that one.
All right, nobody wants that.
Amy wants that one.
Oh,
Kiss is the worst.
All right, well, Deadpool, a former Special Forces operative turned mercenary, is subjected to a rogue experiment that leaves him with accelerated healing powers, adopting the alter ego Deadpool. That's very succinct of Deadpool's origin. Over the years, people that don't know comics and don't know Deadpool have asked me to break it down, and for some reason, I can't do it in less than like 9 paragraphs and going into like X-Men history.
I asked you to do that for me.
Yes, and I'm still working on the thesis.
I got
Yeah, but no,
I totally understand. Like, you can't expound on his origin unless you expound on like 50 other characters that
which is something the movie did really well, actually. Then it truncated it nicely.
It's a good movie to see if you don't know any of that.
You don't need any Deadpool knowledge.
And it all worked to support his story, which was brilliant. I mean, the acting in this was dope. The gags.
I just want to get like the small hand and start like touching your face with it. Like that's.
Right, I mean, it's to the point where all these gags are carrying on into just pop culture. I mean, I kid you not, like the same day I saw Deadpool, there was a freaking bottle of Francis on Facebook. Just like what? There's just all these little things that just keep popping up. Even a little hand, all that stuff keep popping up. So it's gonna be a quotable movie for a while.
Most definitely. The fact that they paid attention to the story, the fact that they had a lot of stuff for the fans, the fact that it was well acted, people cared about the production.
I agree. I mean, it was all the parameters that surrounded just made it work. I mean, everything from releasing on Valentine's Day weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, the build up to it. I mean, Ryan Reynolds as himself being Deadpool and the buy-in that he had into the character. I mean, it's to the point where he is Deadpool. Deadpool is him.
And plus, Deadpool is that character. He's dirty, he's nasty, he's
Well, not just him. This was one of the first movies that focused on the related characters, the supporting characters, and gave them a legitimate role in the storyline. They weren't just there as cameos. We saw Colossus.
Yep.
Everyone was real pissed off when we saw Colossus in the X2 and X3.
Yeah. Yep.
Because it's this character we know. He's got a backstory. He's got history.
It was just like he was there as window dressing, effectively.
He was on screen all of maybe 40 seconds and then gone. I don't even think he spoke Russian or with an accent. In this one, he is all in the sucker, mostly CG. But they played it like his personality was spot on, and he looked good. Like this dude looked like some kind of like Russian mob enforcer, rather than the
buzz cut and the traps.
Rather than like the silver-plated twink they had in the X3 movies. This dude, what was it? Now Negasonic Teenage Warhead. I don't think she's an actual character from the comics. I think she's like a conglomeration of a couple of different characters, X-Men, they formed into one. But the character worked great for the story. Like these were supporting characters that really Gina Carano.
Props. She did an amazing job.
Yeah.
She did. I was highly impressed with her.
Best job she did since she broke Michael Fassbender's neck with her legs.
You know what? That's true. She doesn't do that many movies. I've noticed now because I thought after Haywire we'd see her everywhere.
Yep.
And then, I think she was in like a Fast and the Furious. She popped up somewhere. She barely speaks.
Yeah.
And she didn't speak much in this
She's
movie.
better when she's not speaking. I'm not, really blasting her, but she did well in this. But she's, it's...
As the muscle, she
was
did a
the
great
muscle,
job.
yeah.
Black Adam says, yeah, it'll shut her up. No, I definitely agree with you. She's more of a physical actress.
Yeah.
And this one really played to those strengths, and it worked. And it's like all of that was still in the Deadpool movie.
It had a lot of Easter eggs. It had a lot of stuff for those who love Deadpool and know Deadpool.
Yeah,
but certainly you could have watched it and been like, "What's all this then?" and gotten an enjoyable film out of it.
Yeah, no, totally. I'm not taking that away from it. I'm just saying I had an awesome time at this movie. I'm just really enamored with the fact that it was obviously written by people who care.
Yeah.
About the material, who care about
Ryan
the
Reynolds
character.
was the producer.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
the fact that
he was
did
indeed
this
the
role
producer of it.
years ago in a horrible movie, but cared about wanting to be the character enough that he's been fighting for this for so long. He's been fighting to get Deadpool released as its own legit movie. Oh, also, let me call down the actual actors who were in the sucker, because it was starring Ryan Reynolds, anyone who doesn't know or hasn't seen it yet, but also Ed Skrein is in this. If anyone doesn't know him, he was the, I don't want to say replacement. He was just the stand-in for Jason Statham in the in the fourth Transporter movie.
Yeah.
Which we had a good time reviewing on this very show.
Sure.
But so you basically have Deadpool against the Transporter in this movie.
Which was so good.
Oh, it was,
So
Don't want to
good.
go into super detail about it.
So good.
no.
No spoiler.
No spoilers.
So
no spoilers
good.
in this review, I promise. But
I don't
his
think
performance
he was
great.
all that. He's good, but I don't think that character itself was written as well as what it could have been
Why
as
are you
compared
the pessimist
to.
here?
Well,
It's just no. Okay,
so
I'm sorry.
I'm a big fan of villains.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was not a good villain.
Okay, but
You got to introduce Deadpool first before you can actually start expounding into the major villains.
I think what
in this
actually-
universe. I think it was a test ground. I mean, imagine if they gave him like somebody prominent that he usually fights on a
yeah,
regular.
Deadpool versus T-Ray would not have worked in a movie.
One of the things I think actually made the Deadpool film work so well, and again, this is also spoiler free, is the small scope of the film. And you can get this from the trailers. It's him, he's trying to save his girlfriend, basically. He's coming after like the people that wronged him, and he's trying to save his girlfriend. And he's not fighting 50 aliens coming to take over the earth. He's not fighting, some god come to take over the earth. And, the earth isn't going to explode in the next 5 minutes. And if it is, Deadpool doesn't care because he just wants to save his damn girlfriend. And that's something that I really appreciated about the film, that it had this smaller, more focused scope. And in that regard, I did enjoy the villains in the movie, because I did enjoy that this was a personal narrative, that this was, Deadpool going on his own, quest, if you will, and not necessarily the Avengers up against the big bad.
Yeah, that's one thing you don't see in Marvel movies these days.
It was really
And
refreshing to me.
Well, first of all, I love the fact that we have a scope of Marvel movies to compare it to.
Exactly. Isn't that nice? Looking back on 2008, whoever thought this was coming?
Seriously. But they kept it in perspective. This isn't one of your cosmic characters that deals with the whole universe. This is just a guy who does things on a human level. And they kept the movie within those bounds. I think that was a really strong point of it. And also the humor. The humor was there. And that's one thing that I think often gets lost in translations from one medium to another. Yeah. If it's a very humorous character, that type of humor, at least, I'll say, because it's not always like they're not funny or they're not trying to be funny. It's just maintaining that same level of comedy is usually lost. It wasn't here. Deadpool is notorious for breaking the fourth wall and talking to the audience. They did that in the movie. Deadpool's notorious for having these really outlandish jokes that somehow fit because the character's nuts. They did that in the movie, and all of it was it just came together in what I'm hoping is not just the perfect storm of ridiculousness, because I really want a sequel to this to be good. But I, as a hardcore fan, was very satisfied.
Yes.
And I've had a couple of conversations with people who knew nothing about it. They approached this on the same level they approached Ryan Reynolds in Green Lantern, where they knew nothing about the character and franchise beforehand, and they equally, well, I won't say equally, but they also really enjoyed the movie. So I think that shows I'm not just looking at it with rose-tinted glasses, especially since I've already gone back and paid to see the damn thing twice.
I'm going again tomorrow.
Nice.
I'm going Thursday, so.
Yeah. If that's not a testament to a film, what is? You know?
Screw it, I'm not seeing it.
I don't like fun.
All right, I'm buying Adam's ticket.
I'm really happy for Ryan Reynolds because he just fought super, super, super hard. I mean, I stayed up on top of the movie and whatnot, and just news as it came out, and I always thought it wasn't going to happen. To be very honest with you, just some of the tumultuous stuff he had to go through.
I had that fear too.
But he fought hard, and he just kept it so. Dare I say it's probably the best, most perfectly annotated movie, comic book movie out there right now to date. Dare I say? I want to say perfection almost, but there was certain things that I was like, whatever. But
I still vie for Punisher Warzone to have that title. Terrible movie. But no, Deadpool is definitely up there, and I'm really happy it is too, because I had such fear in my heart, legit, that this would be just a bad movie after so much, after all this time of fighting for it, and then the press campaign, dude. They have not shut up about this damn thing for weeks, for months.
But it's been enjoyable, at least I think. I think the press for Deadpool has been on point between their commercials and all of the different billboards that they made. It's been fun, really fun. Like, I didn't feel bombarded. I felt like I was excited to see what they do next.
Kudos to the marketing team. I mean,
they really did that well. But thank God this movie did well. What would Ryan Reynolds do after this? He's so good looking and
I feel bad. Again, you feel like
that poor man with his beautiful wife and child.
Perfect bone structure.
Perfect bone structure.
No, okay. There's a lot of observation on that level. Very obviously, he'd always have a home playing Rocket Raccoon's twin brother.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right.
I mean, he's had a bad string with comic book movies. The first Deadpool version.
Oh my God.
Green Lantern, and then you want Hannibal from Trinity.
Trinity. Well, Hannibal. Well, no, that was a good character in a bad movie.
Yeah,
that was a great. He was his. You know what I think?
It took me years to get over him being Van Wilder. I just.
Oh my God.
It just followed me around. It's
I just rewatched that too. It's so weird.
It's so, but it's like he was great in that. Then everything I saw, like the comic timing that he has is just so tied to that movie. Like I couldn't take him seriously anything he did. And we had the joke, of course. He looks like Bradley Cooper. I thought they were interchangeable for a while. Now they might not be anymore.
They might not be. Because
they might have moved to separate people now.
Well, Bradley Cooper's doing these weird movies where he plays like the hitman on his day off who decides to help out a random. I'm like, what's going on? Why do you have a spray tan? What's going on here?
He's always with Jennifer Lawrence now. So
he's a white dude with cornrows. It's weird. The whole thing is awkward. Well, anyways, I had a great time at this. Johnny, you actually almost didn't make it out to see this. What happened?
Yeah, almost. Oh man, there was like a shooting outside of the event that happened.
Yeah, remember? And like we mean actual bang shooting, not like movie shooting, like legit life in the city type stuff.
Don't let Pat tell you a lie. There was SWAT. There was everything out there that night.
That's what I'm saying.
Riding the train, trying to get in. Cops are stopping it. I'm waiting inside.
This
the
is
train.
at the movie.
No, this is when I was riding at the train to the movie, and the shooting was just outside of the building.
What building?
I'm
just trying to avoid it.
The movie theater downtown. They had blocked everything off.
The Tremont Street one?
Yeah.
It was crazy. There was a like SWAT team. Everything was crazy.
I was getting text messages in the theater like, Johnny, where are you? And he's like, they won't let me in the building. And other people who were supposed to be there, that they were turning away. They weren't letting people in after a certain point.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the SWAT team blocking off half the block because someone had actually gotten shot outside of the movie theater. And it was just like, it was like the force of the universe were making you fight to get to us, and you like pulled out this 11th hour BS victory.
I did.
Yeah, you were just like exploiting press credentials when I couldn't do it, but somehow like you were like, no, excuse me, the mayor wants me to be here.
There was a series of gates I had to get through, and each one I had to apply some sort of social kung fu, some social manipulation, social engineering kung fu in order to get in, and it worked.
Nice. So many like. Sexual innuendo.
There's so many sexual favors I had to perform. Come on.
All right, well, you made
don't
it.
lie to us, Johnny.
You saw Deadpool. We saw Deadpool. My official review is it's an enjoyable movie that stays faithful to the material. But even if you're not familiar with the material, you can still enjoy the hell out of this. I highly recommend anyone see it.
Boom.
I agree. Absolutely.
Whatever he said, because it's like A+++++.
Funniest movie I've seen.
I forced it.
No
There's a
hyperbole,
Faulty
brother.
Towers reference. You guys need to see this movie.
It's that good though.
Just be aware, Deadpool is slated to topple the Matrix 2003's The Matrix Reloaded as the highest grossing R.
If I remember anyway, like you might not like Deadpool, but like the Matrix Reloaded was hot garbage. So
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Brother, no. I'm right there with them. Go back and
Dumping on all my loves here. Screw y'all, dude. Forget that.
Go back and watch The Matrix.
Oh, this is a whole.
And then watch The Matrix Reloaded. Like, set aside.
I watched it.
Set aside a Saturday. Like, I mean now, not then. Like now. And mind you, it'll only take you about 2.5 hours to watch them both back to back. The rest of the day is to mourn your childhood ignorance as to how you could so deeply, so fondly remember. I've done it. I've done it repeatedly. Like, nah, maybe that first time that I didn't like it was just a fluke. I gotta see it again. Like, I can't be like, and then I watch it. I'm like, damn near tearing up.
Then there's a Rave and Zion, and they're all sweating on each other.
Come on, man. I didn't need.
Okay, all right.
I did not need to see. Lawrence Fishburne is a great actor. I admire the man's catalog, respect the hell out of him. I don't need to see the brother's nipples, man. It's all good, especially not in the Matrix. Come on now, really?
He was furious, man. I don't need to see that.
He was furious.
Come on, furious.
Watching the sucker like, really, you gonna face down a tanker truck with a friggin' samurai sword? That's perfect sense. Sure, why the hell not?
Hey.
Go ahead.
It's in the Matrix, man.
Oh,
It's in the Matrix. Leave him alone. You can like it. It's all right.
What you got? What you got? A couple of blonde, couple of albino rosters with barber razors. Yeah, sure. No, he can face down a jet engine. Why the hell? Sure, let's do it. Balls to the wall. Let's go nuts. All right, what are we talking about? Deadpool. Make a lot of money.
Bringing it all back.
All right. Time is winding down. I got a comic review to get to real quick. I got to check out one of the latest titles. You all right, Adam?
I'm trying.
Adam's dying in the corner. Take a second to breathe, my man.
Albino rosters. You're right, man.
All right. I'm sorry, dude.
The leather jackets was hot, though. Forget that.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, man. All right, you should have seen them teeth, though.
I hope it opens up, and again, I just hope it opens up the door for more R-rated movie. Fox I think they just need to stay the R-rated route. I'm getting tired of some Fox Marvel movies, man.
I'm hoping they just they use common sense from now on.
Yeah.
Oftentimes they tried to play it safe. This is one where they
Josh
decided
Trank
to
is
go
like,
balls
why
to the
couldn't this
wall.
have been me?
Oh, poor Josh.
Why me?
An R-rated Fantastic Four movie.
Fantastic Four could have been this. You're right.
R-rated Maximum Carnage.
Well,
are we ready for that? Whoa.
How about that? How about that?
I want an R-rated Ninja Turtles movie.
Actually, you know what, dude?
I would watch that.
Stop right
Okay,
now.
though, real quick, what's the
I would watch
worst?
the hell out of
What's
that.
the worst
Yeah, right.
superhero R-rated movie you can think of
Right now?
right now? Real quick, off the top of your head.
Dolph Lundgren Punisher.
Yep.
No. I mean, like, what's the worst potential? Like, what's the worst idea of a superhero movie to be
Combination.
R-rated?
Worst combination.
Like the worst combination.
That's a
Like,
great
real quick,
question.
what's
Oh,
your,
man, I
what's
don't
your
know,
quick
I don't
answer?
Ambush
Lightning
Bug,
round.
The Revenge.
Oh
Bush
man,
Bug Squirrel.
oh man.
Think Squirrel Girl for real?
I think Squirrel Girl would make a great R-rated movie.
Underdog.
Girl, yeah.
Underdog.
Oh man.
Oh, don't
R-rated
say that
underdog.
because they did it.
Oh man.
But R-rated. R-rated.
I know it'll be
R-rated.
the return of Jason Lee. All right, Deadpool.
Yeah.
I say see it. Derek,
Oh, definitely.
Amy,
See it.
Johnny.
Oh, yeah. See that shit.
All right, so Adam, have we convinced you? This has been an intervention, sir.
It's like I was trying not to. I was going to go today. I just was lazy. Started snowing. I'm like, that's all I need.
Oh yeah, we're broadcasting to y'all from beneath the snowdrift. We're actually winding down.
I'm getting
so
a filling replaced tomorrow. I'm going to see it after that. I think that is the plan
you
right
just
now.
want to see you high on gas.